You're on.
Good morning. I'm Frankie Waldron from Grace Lutheran Church, and we are continuing with walking together and talking together in our community. And we have the pleasure of having Derek and Claire Chamberlain, and they are in front of CAPS. Now, this used to be Keller's. That's what we're used to. What in the world is CAPS?
Okay. Well, CAPS stands for Chamberlain Auto Parts Sales. The joke around the shop is my wife's name is Claire, that it's Claire's Auto Parts, and the rest of us just work here. So that's what CAPS stands for, and we do auto parts and tires and lawnmowers and whatever else we can get our hands on.
Yes, and we see a CAPS in Ontario.
Yes, sir.
And I just found out now there's a CAPS in Baker City.
That's right.
So tell us about that.
Well, the CAPS in Ontario, we purchased that in August of 2018 from a former Vail guy in Bob Wilkins. And he contacted us. He was ready to get out of that portion of the business. And it was mostly lawnmowers and chainsaws. And we saw that as an opportunity to expand our footprint to help with buying power. So we bought that in August of 18. And then we moved to this side of town, right next to the auto ranch, last spring, just before COVID hit. And then an opportunity presented itself this, I guess last year we started working on the Baker City thing. And June 1st of this year, we took over in Baker City with auto parts, CarQuest Auto Parts.
Okay.
Still CAPS, but CarQuest Auto Parts is the number one thing that we do.
Okay, CAPS. Expanding.
That's it.
Yeah. In fact, introduce your family here, and Claire, and I understand, Claire is actually from Texas.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So we'll, after you introduce your family, we'll let Claire tell us how in the world she's all the way from Texas to Vail, Oregon.
Okay, so this is Claire, and then we've got three kiddos. This is Eli and Brooke, and we have a baby who is at the babysitter's right now. That is just a little one, and when it's not school time, these kids come in here and they sweep the floors and they'll put parts away, and it's like playing the matching game, you know, where you flip the cards over. I give them the part, and they go find one on the shelf that looks similar to it, and put it with it. So
this is a training program.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. They're learning.
They're in process. Well, how in the world did you ever end up here, all the way from Texas?
Actually, it's a kind of a weird one. Derek and I met in Detroit, Michigan.
Troy.
Yeah, we both had an internship with Chrysler. Summer before our senior year of college. We hit it off and ended up dating long distance our senior year of college, and we started looking for jobs. And we kind of decided, we picked out 5 cities. We were going to try and see if we could end up in the same city, and we got job offers in Dallas, Fort Worth on the same day. So, so I was pretty happy because I got to stay home. And
well, great.
And so yeah, we spent a few years down in Texas and kept coming up here to visit family, and just kind of figured out that this is where we wanted to be to raise our family. Once we started a family, this is where we wanted to be to raise it. And
super. We're so pleased to have you. Now, talking about this last year and a half, COVID must have presented some challenges. Tell us what the effect has been, if any, on your business venture.
So COVID's been, I would actually say that this year has been more of a challenge with COVID than what last year was, strictly from a parts and availability standpoint. Supply chains, as we're seeing it across all industries, supply chains are really stressed right now, trying to get parts in. But if we go back to last year, you know, we saw an immediate downturn, and then Vail rebounded pretty well, right?
That's great.
The tire side of our business was down for the first part of the year, but we were okay. There was a flip side to that business, which is our lawnmowers.
Okay.
Because so many people were at home stuck at home, they said, we're going to work outside and we're tired of pushing this old lawnmower, that they came in and bought new lawnmowers.
Take care of the yard.
We actually weathered the storm last year. We're very fortunate, probably better than most. This year's been more of a struggle just from a supply chain standpoint of trying to get parts in.
Yep.
And that's been one thing where the extra store has helped us already, because we've had some suppliers that will only ship us if our orders are big. We have to order large quantities to get on their radar to ship. And having the 3 stores, we can order large enough quantities now that they'll ship us stuff.
Well, talking about business opportunities, you know, when I originally called Derek, I was thinking, you know, right in the middle of our town, Kessler Chevrolet, the buildings on the side, that's going to be torn down. In fact, they're in the process right
Yeah, I
now.
see
They
that.
were working yesterday. And I thought, you know, I understand that Derek owns some property there, and Derek must be right in the middle of that. Lo and behold, though, when I talked to him, I found out things had changed within the last 2 weeks. So tell us what you know about what's happening in downtown Vail.
Yeah, so we bought those buildings a couple years ago, and we have a lot of stuff. We were looking for more space, and we bought those buildings, and we were using them for storage. We looked into potentially trying to fix them up at one point in time, and after Snowmageddon, they were just in too poor of shape with the roofs and the walls and whatnot that it became unfeasible. And we said, no problem, we'll just use them as storage. We were approached by an investment group a while back, and they wanted to purchase it and lease it to Dollar General, is my understanding. So that's about the extent of what I know.
We think that's going to happen. We'll have to stay kind of stay in tune. Now, kind of a final go around. In spite of all of this supply chain, what you found positive about all of this that perhaps you didn't even expect? And I'll ask you too in just a minute, okay?
You know, positive. There's been a lot of things that you wouldn't go back and do it over again.
All right.
But as you've done it, we've gotten some silver linings out of it, and one of them is with the kids the schools being shut down. The kids have been at the shop a lot more. Which when we moved up here, we said that's something that's important to us, is the kids being at the shop. And if we're being honest, maybe we weren't doing it as much as what we could because they could go to someplace else. And having them here has worked, but it's also been very good. Very enjoyable having them here, and it's been a lot harder on Claire having them here than it has been on me. You know, the other thing, we've looked for other vendors to help bring some parts in and lawnmowers. So we set up with Cub Cadet and Toro this year, and that's been beneficial. And we did that strictly because we were having trouble getting some other brands. So we've expanded some lines that we think for the long term is really going to help us. We may not have done that in other situations. So there's just been some little stuff here and there that we've enjoyed, and it's been good.
Okay, what do you think, Claire?
It's just kind of been just kind of turn you up on your head and figure it out, and it's been good for me and the kids because I've gotten I kind of get wrapped up in work sometimes, and so being able to be with the kids and got to get to know some other people in the school, and in the we kind of tag team with some school things, and just got to get closer with some people that maybe we would have otherwise been a little bit too busy to get to know a little bit better. And I have to say, as much as impressed as I've always been with the teachers, I was way more impressed with teachers this year.
Well, great.
And so yeah.
Okay, well, you know, we start out, I was saying, we just go with the flow here. You understand what going with the flow is, all right?
Nope.
Oh, you don't? Well, just answering the questions, and now I'm asking you about a silver lining. Have you ever heard that before?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something that's good out of all of this that maybe you didn't expect. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Nope.
No. Okay. Has there been anything really good by being, I guess, much more involved with your mother and education and all of that? Or has that been kind of a labor?
It's been good.
It's been good.
Yeah, because I get to go to co-op a lot and buy pizza and keep buying pizza.
Oh, there is the silver lining. All right, Ed, how about you? What's been good?
Going to the pool.
Going to the pool,
Going to the pool. Okay.
Swim lessons.
swim lessons.
Swim lessons. Okay.
Because my swim lesson teacher was Allie. And my sister's name is Allie.
Oh, okay. Her swim teacher had the same name as her baby sister.
Ah, okay. Well, there you have it, folks. Again, in our community, we are walking together and talking together. God bless you all.